Dear students, I am D.D. Zadav, Assistant Professor in Chemistry, Department of Chemistry at KTHM College, Nashik. Students, previous session we learned friendly jet adsorption isotherm and its limitations. Now, today we are going to study about Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Now let us go to this Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Now the scientist Langmuir overcome to limitation in friendly adsorption isotherm and develop simple adsorption isotherm depends on the following assumptions or postulates. Students, the first assumption is the solid has uniform surface. Second, the adsorbed molecules do not interact with each other. Third, the adsorbed molecules are localized at specific sites. Fourth assumption, the gaseous molecules adsorbed forms monolayer. Fifth assumption, the adsorption process consists of two opposing forces. Initially, only those gaseous molecules get adsorbed on the surface which strikes on a surface. Hence, initial rate of condensation of molecules on a surface is high and rate of evaporation, that means desorption, is less. Then next assumption, at equilibrium, the rate of condensation of molecules equal to rate of evaporation. And last assumption, the adsorbed molecules are dissociated. Now, on the basis of these assumptions or postulates, Langmuir derived the following adsorption isotherm. Now here, I am here to show this figure. Now this is the adsorbent 1 square centimeter occupied fraction, this occupied fraction theta, and unoccupied fraction, that is 1 minus theta. Consider theta be the occupied fraction on total surface, means this total surface, now theta be this occupied fraction on total surface covered by the adsorbed molecules, that is unoccupied fraction is 1 minus theta. Now this is this 1 minus theta remaining portion. According to kinetic theory of gases, at constant temperature, gas molecules strikes the surface at a rate that is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas. See this, according to kinetic theory, at constant temperature, the gas molecules strike the surface at a rate that is directly proportional to the pressure, that is P of the gas. Then rate of condensation is directly proportional to the P into 1 minus theta. And rate of condensation is equal to, remove this sign taking the constant, that is K1 into P into 1 minus theta. Now this is equation number 4. Means rate of condensation is equal to K1P into 1 minus theta, where K1 is proportionality constant. The rate at which gas molecule evaporate from the surface will be directly proportional to the fraction theta of the surface that is covered by the adsorbed molecules. See this means the rate at which gas molecules evaporate from the surface will be covered proportional to the fraction theta of the surface, and that is covered by the adsorbed molecules. Now shown here this figure. Therefore, rate of evaporation is directly proportional to theta. Theta means the fraction covered. Rate of evaporation is equal to K2 into theta. Now this is equation number 5. Now this K2 means proportionality constant. At equilibrium means rate of evaporation is equal to rate of condensation. Now here the rate of condensation is equal to rate of evaporation at equilibrium. K1 into P into 1 minus theta is equal to now this K2 theta means rate of evaporation. Therefore, then multiply this term K1P minus K1P into theta is equal to K2 theta. K1P is equal to, now this theta take common, K1P plus K2, and therefore theta is equal to K1P divided by K1P plus K2. This is equation number 6. Friends, the amount of gas adsorbed per unit mass of the adsorbent means X by M is directly proportional to fraction theta of the surface cover. That is, X by M is directly proportional to the fraction theta of the surface covered. Now this is this. X means the amount of gas adsorbed per unit mass of the adsorbent is directly proportional to the theta. Therefore, X by M is equal to, remove this sign taking the constant, that is K into theta. Now this is equation number 7, where K is proportionality constant. Substituting equation 6 in equation 7, see here this equation 6 in equation 7 means the value of theta, substitute here, then X by M is equal to K into K1P divided by K1P plus K2 is equal to K1P divided by K1P plus K2 is equal to, now divide K2 here, is equal to K into K1 divided by K2 into P divided by K1 divided by K1 divided by, now this divide K2, K1 divided by K2 into P plus K2 divided by K2 means 1. Now here see this, divide K2 numerator and denominator, then this equation K into K1 divided by K2 into P divided by K1 divided by K2 into P plus 1. Therefore, X by M is equal to A into P divided by B into P plus 1. Now this is equation 8, where A is equal to K into K1, now this divided by K2. Now this means A, and B is equal to K1 divided by K2. B means K1 divided by K2. Means this above equation here, X by M is equal to K into K1 divided by K2 means A. Now this P as it is divided by K1 by K2 means B, and here write here B into P plus 1. The above equation 8 is known as Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Now this relation between the amount of gas adsorbed per gram of adsorbent and the pressure of the gas at a constant temperature. Now this equation shows that the relation between the amount of gas adsorbed per gram of adsorbent and the pressure of the gas at a constant temperature. Students, This Langmuir adsorption isotherm gives the better results over a wide range of temperature and pressure. Now this is most important. It gives better results over a wide range of temperature and pressure. Now here the small a and small b are the constants. Now let us go to the validity of Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Means check the Langmuir adsorption isotherm. The above equation number 8 divide by P and then take reciprocal, then results is as P divided by X divided by M, that is P by X divided by M is equal to B divided by A into P plus 1 upon A. Now this is equation number 9. Now as we know, as seen earlier, A and B, the small a and small b are the constants. Now plot the graph P divided by X by M versus pressure. The nature of the graph is straight line. The nature of the graph is straight line. See this straight line with slope equal to B divided by A, and the line intercept on y-axis. Intercept is equal to 1 upon A as shown. See here this figure. On y-axis P divided by X by M and x-axis pressure. The nature of the graph is like this. This line intercept on this y-axis. Intercept is equal to 1 upon A. Then take the slope. With the help of the slope is equal to B divided by A. Now this B divided by A. Now this Langmuir adsorption isotherm shows this excellent straight line. This straight line. As per Langmuir isotherm, we get excellent straight line, and hence the Langmuir isotherm is superior than Freundlich adsorption isotherm. Now this isotherm also support the correctness of the assumption that the adsorbent is covered only by unimolecular layer of gas molecules. Now already this assumption is given, the unimolecular adsorption takes place, and hence this isotherm support the correctness of the assumptions that the adsorbent is covered only by unimolecular layer of gas molecules. Now the example of this Langmuir adsorption isotherm, the adsorption of nitrogen on mica. Now this is substance. The adsorption of nitrogen gas on mica obeys Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Now this gas is adsorbs on the surface of this particular material, that is adsorbent. Now and hence this isotherm is superior than Freundlich adsorption 1. Then students, stop here. Thank you.